I think like a lot of professional sports with like longer seasons, it's easy for people to overreact in the very beginning, whether good or bad. I mean, my first year here, we started the season like 4-1. People were freaking out, and then we ended up winning 21 games. So it's like, it just takes time to kind of like have everybody figure each other out, figure out what your roles are, figure out what the coach's philosophy is. But since it's sort of like settled in, we've settled in as a group as well, and I think that's why we've been able to kind of take off and play well.
Nets world. Big juice.
Durant off one leg, gets the roll and a foul. He makes it look so casual. DeRozan, spin on O'Neal, jumper, it's there. The winning streak is over. It ends at 12. The Bulls knock off the Nets.
I like our collective fight though, yo. I like our fight, even though we couldn't get over the hump. We kept grinding. So.
Great opportunity for us. Great. We showed everybody and we know how to respond after a win. We just kept winning. Cool. Now, what do we do after a loss? All right, that's why you don't get too high, too low. Be locked in, take care of your body, take care of your mind. Be ready to go on Friday. All right, here we go. Let's go. We go back.
It's good to have winning streaks, but we're more concerned with how we plan and what we're doing to produce the wins. And I think we got to consistently do that every night, every possession. That's the game. That's the battle. That's what you're really going up against, is chasing perfection every time. So looking forward to the next game. Look forward to tomorrow and practice and film and see how we can get better.
Simmons on the attack. Ferocious finish. Claxton comes up with a swat. His fourth rejection of the quarter.
It's a 1-point lead. O'Neal left wing open, shoots a three, and hits.
Royce O'Neal with some big triples tonight.
That's what I'm saying. You broke on that baseline. Go get your man. I got it.
Back tap by Durant. Kyrie's got a 2 to shoot in the lane. Floater in the air. Rolls in for Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie knows how to close.
Shots ain't falling, man. Way to lock in on the DN.
Opposing arena, down 11, speaks volume to the group and how they've grown together. Really impressive win, especially on the road after a loss.
Kevin Durant has moved past Dominique Wilkins into sole possession of 14th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list. Watanabe in the corner. What else is new? Butler turns the corner, met by Simmons, and Kevin Durant is down. This is worrisome if you are Brooklyn. Irving turns the corner, lobbing it up to Claxton. Oh, what a setup from Kyrie Irving. Irving with the Nets trailing by one will pull. No, rebound loose. O'Neal's floater is good. Royce O'Neal on the follow puts the Nets in front, and Brooklyn 18-2 in their last 20, the best 20-game stretch in Nets history.
You feel great about the win, but I think still you're thinking about Kevin Durant and all the attention and focus on making sure that you put your energy towards the hopes that he is okay, that it's not that severe.
It doesn't feel good emotionally, to be honest with you, but the strength of our team is us picking each other up and just being ready for whatever's thrown at us.
Find a way, bro. Find a way. Find a way, baby.
For Kevin Durant, I'm told that this is an injury that not only he can come back from this season, but the team can maintain without him and certainly have him back in plenty of time to make a postseason run.
People get hurt over the course of the season, and then everybody just is expected to do their job. When guys are out, that is definitely an opportunity for other guys to step in and play probably more minutes or a more significant role than otherwise, but JV for sure has been one of those guys where coming up and always talking about what he thought would be best for you to contribute to the team, to play. Like if you were fluctuating playing time, whatever it might be, if you're going through a shooting slump, But the way he coaches now is identical to when he was in the bubble, where guys just like really buy into what he's preaching, what he says. I think that's a big part of why we've been playing well, though, too, is, we had success early with some of the stuff that JV was trying to incorporate, and, it's sort of taken off since then.
When a starter goes out, everybody understands the next man up mentality. That's professional sports. That's what you get taught from day one. But it's more of an opportunity for you as an individual to go and showcase your game and do a little bit more that you're used to doing or what your coach is used to doing. And so it's good for everybody in the long run individually. It's good for our team, good for our coaching staff. It's just good practice to bring us together as a group and get ready for the real season, which is the playoffs.
First, train keeps moving, man. People get on and off. Train keeps moving. All right, 2 things we're going to definitely concentrate on. Playing extremely hard. All right, every single night playing extremely hard. Harder than the dude that you're competing against. All right, then we got to make sure we take care of that. We haven't seen that in a while. Our red zones, 80% of the rebounds fall in that arc. Rebound the shit out the ball, play harder than everybody else. Okay, train keeps moving.
I think we have a good group, a group that's ready for the challenge. We'll play hard and compete, and Joe Harris will start.
Harris shooting on the fly, another three! Harris with the stroke tonight.
Joe Harris is starting to look like the Joe Harris that we know.
Here comes Simmons. What a pass into Warren! Wow!
That's the effort right there. That's the aggressiveness right there. Okay, way to dictate on this end of the floor.
In the corner, Durant, White three. Got it. And that will do it.
When losses like this happen, just to get even hungrier, go in the gym, continue to prepare, continue to do the things that have gotten us to this point, and live with the results. We're just putting our work in front of us and not really paying attention to anything but ourselves and how we can collectively get better.
Giddy. Swatted away. Claxton. The eraser. Irving. Switch. The handles. Irving. He's a wizard. SGA. Step back. That's tough. Really tough. No Kevin Durant for the second straight game. No Ben Simmons tonight. And the Nets fall short against OKC.
I'm going to ask you to be extremely unselfish with this stretch right here. Now, right now, you got to think outside of yourself and you got to think about your teammate. For us to go on the road and get 4 wins, because that's the goal. I don't like losing. I'm just going to tell you that. I don't like losing, bro. Okay? And there's no excuse to lose. There's no if, ands, or buts. There's no excuses. Every game we suit up, we trying to win. No excuses, right? We don't miss the 50-50 ball. We dive on the floor for the loose ball because we really want to win. That's the unselfishness, and that's what it's going to take.
Doesn't matter if it's pretty, the Nets just need to find some wins during this period with KD out.
I love that connection that you're seeing between Simmons and Claxton.
Warren around the Simmons screen. Pull up is good. TJ Warren is cooking. Johnson into the paint, fading away. Gets it to drop. A rough defeat for Brooklyn in San Antonio. Kyrie Irving, a late scratch. And the Nets certainly missed him tonight.
Just got to do a better job of weathering the storm. It's frustrating losing these games, but I think we just got to stick together and figure it out. It's not the end of the world.
Claxton, beautiful stroke inside with a nice series of moves to get that shot away. Kyrie with a nice fake. What a man. And he got it to go.
Are you kidding me? What a comeback here.
20-4 run by the Brooklyn Nets. Ayton hits a shot, and that is a huge J.
The run of Brooklyn is running out of gas.
I think everybody just kind of across the board on our team has to look at, ourselves and just play with more urgency, more compete. We obviously finished the game on a good note and we battled back, but, you don't want to put yourself in that position to begin with.
It's amazing.
All right. For tonight's game, what is the challenge that you're setting for your team?
Yeah, really to play 48 minutes of determined, unselfish basketball. That's the challenge for us tonight. To see if we can, play a back-to-back, travel, get in, give everything that you have to try to get a win.
It's a figuring out process, but key is not to lose your head or lose your emotions. Just stay poised throughout this, man. It's inevitable that injuries happen at times. Obviously, it's not ideal, but control we can control.
Everything's not going to be beautiful. Everything's not going to be pretty. You're not going to be at full strength. What we have seen when the Nets have been at full strength, they're one of the best teams in the league. Well, no team is going to have an 82-game stretch like that. You're going to have months or 6 weeks where guys are in and out of the lineup. That will dictate the success of your season if you can handle and weather those storms. Right now, the Nets are in the middle of the storm. Let's see how they figure it out.
Claxton surges inside and just takes it to the rookie. Irving able to finish.
Reward yourself. Great pace. Love it.
Coaches were definitely on us. We felt the energy. They did a great job helping quarterback the defense and helping us stay engaged, especially coming off a tough game last night in Phoenix.
This Nets unit playing some tough, gritty, feisty D. Big possession here. Irving again. Kyrie in his own dimension. 48 for Kyrie Irving. The most a Nets player has ever scored against the Jazz.
I have the trust from Jacque to be able to make plays down the stretch, and it gives me a lot of confidence, in the fourth quarter to be able to perform that way. My teammates looking to me as well.
Running clock. Irving dishes. Curry again. Seth Curry trying to drive the Nets to the finish line.
Challenges are inevitable in your life in basketball, and defeat is an option. We decided not to take the option of being defeated. With our spirit, the way we responded to my message, to the honesty in film, they really took it upon themselves to hold each other accountable. I think you really saw that throughout the course of the game, on the floor, in huddles. But this group is growing, and they deserved and did the work to get a win tonight.
Tough task for the Nets today against a Warriors team that's 17-5 at home this season. The Nets trying to make sure this one does not slip away. This is a precarious moment in this fourth quarter.
Everybody's, taking the challenge, stepping up, finding out ways to win games. Our defense are rebounding. We need to get those stops and executing down the stretch.
Irving bounces. What a finish! Nic Claxton continuing to make sure people know his name across this league. Set to Harris for the tie. You bet! The Nets fighting here. A 14-2 Brooklyn run. Irving kicks. O'Neal got it to go! Royce O'Neal puts the Nets in front. A sensational road victory for the Brooklyn Nets.
We wanted to come in and really prove ourselves. I think this was a great test, and looking forward to more challenges throughout the season.
Kai, stunt this one.
Oh, stunt.
Back to the cold guy. Yeah. All right, so this dude in the middle is important. He got to know what Joe does and what Nick does.
When you missing one of your starters, it's always going to be a rough first couple of games, but I figured that coaching staff and the players would come together and figure out the best way for us to play. And just the confidence that we have in one another on both ends of the floor. We get down, we still keep playing. That's what we've been doing all year. No matter who's in the lineup, guys are stepping up, and that's what we're going to need going forward. And watching those games, I just, get excited to get back out there and try to help as well.
I think we've seen a lot over the last few games, wins and losses that we can learn from. So not being too high or too low, just being even keeled and just enjoying the journey itself. Learning from game to game and watching film is just as important as working on your skill set on the court. So I feel like that'll lead us to success later on in the season. But these are great challenges for us to collectively come together as a group.
This group has to be competitive. The recipe isn't very complicated. We all show up, we all play, and we dedicate ourselves to getting stops on one end of the floor and sharing the basketball on the other end. My message will not change. I will not budge an inch on giving them an excuse. You do what's necessary, whether that's taking care of your body, the mental part of it, the work that goes on, days off, game day, to get yourself in a position to win. That's why we do this thing.